We at it, y'all. Good morning. How's everybody been? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Oh, top of the morning. I hope everybody having a blessed day. And this beautiful day God has bestowed upon us. Top of it. Top of the morning. Top of the morning, top of the morning. How's everybody doing today? Grab your coffee. Let's have a little conversation, man, before we go to this gym today. How's everybody doing today? Cornelius, what's up with you, brother? Are you hopped in here real early? What's up with you, Cornelius? Hey, man, how you feeling, brother? How are you feeling? God is good, ain't he? Crimson, what's up, Crimson? Good morning. Happy Friday, Crimson. How you feeling today? I'm newly single and focused on my business. That's right, Cornelius. Stay focused on that business, bro. The woman will come afterwards. I can promise you that. I can promise you that, guys. Stay focused on that business. Man, you better be grateful for another day, because, hey, it's some people who didn't wake up today. It's some people, man, who, and if they didn't wake up, hey, man, they sitting at they sitting at the foot of Jesus Christ. 3D, top of it, man. How you feeling, 3D? 3D, how you feeling? Top of the Miggy Flickety morning. How you feeling? Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm a little tired, man. It's been a long few days, as you can see. Like I said, I'm dealing with a death in the family, amongst some other things. So I've been getting a whole lot of rest, man. Been a lot of work. Ain't been a whole lot of play. I had to tap in with y'all, man. It is always a great day to be alive. I wonder why this little purple thing coming up. Oh, thank you, Cornelius. I wonder why this little, do any of y'all know why that little purple crown is popping up after your guys' name? But yeah, Doug, go ahead and tap the screen and share that live. So I want to have a talk today, man, about this unaliving that happened at that church in Kentucky, people. That's really what I would like to chat to y'all about, because now even the church ain't safe. Oh, okay, 3D. I didn't know that. Thank you, Brody. I appreciate that. You know, man, what I really want to talk to y'all about, other than making sure, everybody's family safe, everybody woke up good, I always thought church was a safe place, a safe haven. One of my safe havens is like, what's up, Brooke? One of my safe havens is that gym. They had a mass shooting. They had a mass shooting. I believe it was in a church too, brother. I believe it was in a church, a mass shooting. This was a few days ago. Like I said, I hadn't been on in a couple days, man. I've been dealing with a few things. And so you guys know I love to come, man. Got to chop it up with y'all before I go to the gym. Yeah, man. And the crazy part is how it ties into all this government stuff going on. None of these mass shootings are by immigrants. Do you notice? I mean, do y'all notice that? That none of these mass shootings that have occurred throughout the United States and they keep occurring, they're not coming from illegal immigrants. They're coming from homegrown terrorists. Oh, thank you, Brooke. I appreciate that. And I need that too. Top of the morning, Frank. Yeah. You know, that's what we talk about praying. It's like, what happens when you in church and in whatever your church is, because everybody's denomination is welcome here. I don't care what your sexuality is. Y'all know I don't care about none of that stuff. But when does it become safe for you not even to worship? that you might have to bring a burner, you know what I'm saying, to church or the gym. I think, you know what? And to keep it so real, people, I think the gym will be the next place. Guys, when you come in the room, do me a favor, tap that like button up on the screen. Let YouTube know, man, that I'm messing with y'all and I'm doing my job and that you like the content. You know, the next place is gonna be the gym. Guys, I'm always on high alert. Wherever I go, I've been like that. You know, where we at? Enan, you're right, man. I'm from England. They have something similar of hate of immigrants growing. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. You know, guys, and I'm going to say this a few times throughout my life. I'm going to say this throughout my life. No matter what your denomination is, no matter who you are, guys, we are all God's people. And at the end of the day, we're all trying to get to heaven. We're all trying to get to heaven. Jose, I always bring my peace with me. See there, Jose? That's what I'm saying. You know, yeah, let me see. I'm 48. I've been going to the gym for 35 years. And I only saw, what's up, lady? Sparkle, top of it, baby. I've seen one fight in the gym in 35 years. And this was about not even 2 years ago. You know, you got one guy and his wife and another guy and his wife. And one guy, he has an attitude. He's a bully in the gym. You know, he be bullying people off equipment. You know, people smaller than him, that is. I ain't smaller than him. But he accuses this guy, you know, hey, ladies, if you wear tights to the gym, I'm sorry, man. Guys are going to look at your butt. I mean, they ain't going to be staring, but you put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to, I'm in Las Vegas. So you got top of the morning people. You got a guy just working out and another man accuses him of, he's like, you're looking at my wife's behind. He's like, no, I'm not. I got my own wife over here. My wife look better than yours. Well, to make a long story short, by the end of this conversation, man, they were at the front of the gym and one gentleman took his fist and put it right here in the other woman's mouth, in the other guy's wife's mouth, and they took him to jail. Hey, a lot. It don't matter, man. You could do, the gym could be at home. Brody, you got this. That guy's a big ass dude. I hate to piss him off in the dark. Oh, nah, man. I'm a big old teddy bear, bro. Yeah, if you feeling insecure and hate, when you come in, hey, guys, when you feeling insecure, do me a favor, tap that like, tap the screen and share the live with people for me, guys, please. Justin, good. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, and you know, look, you know, the best friend. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Man, I try to be, but I have my days, man. I have my days, I'm human. And you know, one of the biggest things with me, let me share something with y'all. Let me share some personal stuff with y'all. Because I like to give y'all real stuff on my channel of how I'm feeling. You know, bro, I'm the type of person, I don't bother anybody. I don't talk about anybody. I don't play fight with anybody. I don't touch anybody. But for some reason, people always want to play with me or touch me. And then if I react, then it's a whole problem. You know? Oh, my top fans. Okay. Thanks, 3D. Well, man, shout out to my top fans then, man. If you got that crown, shout out. I'm going to shout y'all out when it comes back up. The thing when you go to the gym, we go to work out. Yeah, yes. We go, Jose, let me pin your comment, Jose. That is my biggest issue in the world. That is my biggest thing in the world. When you go to the gym and you want to work out, this is your place of peace, and you can't even get on the equipment because somebody's sitting here texting, you know, And what do you mean inappropriate? John S., what's up, India? But yeah, one of the biggest things in the world, man, when you in there trying to work out, you trying to get yours in, and then you got you got people sitting on the equipment, man. I was in the gym the other day and had literally I don't know, burnt my 500 calories. Cause guys, I go live on when I do my cardio, cause I burn 500 calories a day. And it takes me about 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. And I mean, you got the same person on the same machine sitting right behind me that never did one set. That whole time they was on their phone. People was pissed. It was a line. It was like a line of 2 people waiting to get on this equipment. And all they were just playing on their phone. Yeah, 3D. Yeah, I believe everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Nobody should touch anybody. Thank you. Let's do this, Chanel. You have a beautiful day. Jesus is King. Jesus is King. I love it when you come up in here, bro. Or if you're a woman, I don't know. But Jesus King, I love it when you come in here, man. You bring that good energy. Well, obviously, no, no. I didn't need to use it. No. Now, when I go to the gym, if I didn't need to use it, I was just doing some cardio. But guys, when I'm at the gym, if it's some equipment I want to use, I'm old school. I walk up to you and kind of press you and say, how many sets do you have? Or I'm going to work in with you. That's what I do. I'm old school. Justin Crandall, thank you, brother. And Justin, thank you for being one of my top fans, man. I appreciate that, Justin. Thank you for being one of my top supporters. WWE Ray Jacob. I don't even watch wrestling no more, man. But hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really trying to trim up. So guys, let me see. Justin Cameron, really cool channel. Yeah, I break it down, man. I always got man, I'm always gonna give you something real. But do me a favor, I got 30 people in here. Man. Tap that like button for me. Today, I'm not working out. Well, I'm gonna do my 500 push-ups. That's what I'm gonna do. I do 500 push-ups today, but today that's not my workout. That's something I do every day. I gotta take care of some business today. Rock empowerment? No, I don't have a big belly. I got an 8-pack, bro. I literally got an 8-pack. Eva, what's up with it? I don't know what's gangster because I'm not gangster, and pink is my favorite color, pink and baby blue. But you might be a little bit insecure at your manhood. I got you, Rock empowerment, but bro, that may look big, bro, but them is blocks up under there. I'm gonna post a picture with no shirt on in my what you call it, bro. I got abs. What's up, Christy? Disabled. Visitor, how you been, man? They think that voodoo is God. You wants to pray. Some people don't have a real relationship with God. Hey, man, to each his own. Rock empowerment, man. Thank you for being one of my top supporters, too. So, God, what I want to talk about, man, listen. I told you what I want to talk about today is these mass shootings that have been going on and how it ties into immigration in this government out here, right? Oh, yeah, okay. I got you. My bad, Brody. Man, I love pink, Brody. So I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, we had them trolls up in here, people. But really, like I said, regardless of my do-rag, the body, God, let's have some real convo about some real stuff. Cause I only got an hour, right? I want to know, man, how do y'all feel about these mass shootings going on? But yet, and these mass shootings are coming from people here in this country. And it's not immigration. I want to know how you guys feel about people right now that just, you know, instead of being torn away from their babies, they just leaving the country. Because it's crazy that the government will buy an immigrant a one-way ticket to wherever they want to go to leave this country. But if you went to your government and said, hey, I like a one-way ticket to Africa, or I want a one-way ticket to England just to go visit, they wouldn't let that happen. Don't you think that's kind of backwards? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mutuo Horo. Thank you. Thank you for showing me some grace. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. But all I'm saying is, see, and now you saying exactly what I'm saying, movies and game. That's what I'm saying. Either way it go, like I have tax dollars, right? So if you'll take my tax dollars to just think like this, a one-way ticket is a one-way ticket, ain't it? So whether a one-way ticket is for the purpose of immigration or the one-way ticket is for the purpose of going to the Maldives, it's still a one-way ticket, ain't it? It ain't no cheaper just because you're getting deported. Mr. Sneaky, top of the morning. You know, you got a whole lot of things, man, that are changing around here. I have a good friend of mine, man. 18 years in the 18 years in the working in the State Department. Fired the other day. You know, just shy of 20 years to get his pension. You know, America is falling on hard times, people. I don't know about I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is in other people's countries. But out here, man, or in other people's state, but the crime is going up out here in Vegas. You got people, you know, if you ever come to Vegas, they're not going to show you the homeless God, hold up. If you ever been to Las Vegas, throw a 7 up in the air real quick so I know who I'm talking to. Throw a 7 in the air if you ever come to Vegas. I want to tell y'all something. Okay, Justin. I'm gonna break something down for y'all. Okay, Justin. Okay. J Rock, top of it, David. Well, here's the thing, man. When y'all come here, you don't see the homeless population, right? You don't see the homeless population when you come here. And to let you know, when you come to that Las Vegas Strip, you are really in the hood. The Strip is the hood. The Strip is not safe, people. If you're right behind all those hotels, all these multi-million-dollar hotels are the slums. When you get behind these hotels to where there are no more hotels and you look at the living, these are the slums. And I mean, that's how close one of the biggest homeless population in Las Vegas is to you guys when you come here and you don't even know it because y'all on the Strip. You'll never see it. So it's crazy that, you know, you got all these big casinos here and, you know, the homeless people, and why do they hang around these casinos? So they can get the scraps. Good morning. Prayer man, top of the morning. God bless you. Prayer man. God bless you, prayer man. Listening and from Nairobi, Kenya, you did well to pronounce my name. You said it like a king. Thank you. And you know what? I hope to visit your country. I would love to take, I'm going to take about 2 weeks, and I would love to because I travel a lot. So I would love to come to your country, and I would love to know which places to go. Maybe have to do like a tour or something, but I would love to go to your country. Freddie DeFay, what kind of stuff do you like to do? Because even though I'm born and raised in Vegas, I don't really hang out, man. You think the homeless population in America is getting worse? Bradley, hell yeah, man, hold up. I definitely, thank you for following. Thank you, Maturo Kamal. I hope I said it correctly. Thank you. Joe, angry? No, my voice is hoarse. I'm not angry. I'm gonna put my life in the pilot's hands, eat and see cool nature. Yeah, man, if you want to see some cool nature, we don't have a lot of green stuff out here in Vegas. You know, we don't have green stuff, but you can go to Red Rock Canyon. You can go to the Valley of Fire. It's some amazing red rocks. You know, even the Grand Canyon is only a couple hours away if you want to take a tour. You could go to Hoover Dam, you know what I'm saying? And as far as eating places, I mean, it's so many. It's so many. No, I don't do that. What do you think of Red Rock is a hotel? Okay, the Bellagio, the Aria. Just, yeah, stay at see, the Red Rock is not on the strip. The Red Rock is not on the strip. The Red Rock is closer to my house. You know, it's next to the mountains. But if you want to be on the strip, the Bellagio or the Aria. I've stayed at both. They're very nice. You can't miss. You know, so if you want to do a lot of strip life and be right in the middle of the strip, Bellagio or the Aria, you can walk right out and you're going to be right there in the midst of everything. But definitely be careful, guys. Another thing, man, when you how many Fidgis you fit in? Come on, man. So, man, when y'all come to Vegas, you especially want to watch out, man. Watch your drink, people, men and women. You know, cause man, they throwing that GHB up in there, and on top of that, not only are they throwing the GHB up in there, they doing that for men and women. Yeah, they do that for men and women, guys. Oh, damn, my IG says is, it's hard to pronounce on here, man. Jesus Christ, it's long. It says, I'm him underscore, I'm him underscore, I'm him. So I am HIM underscore, I am HIM underscore, I am HIM. Yeah, man, it's creepy, guys. Guys, if you're new in my chat, let me tell you guys a little bit about me. So for those of y'all that's new, you don't know me. I'm 48 years old, 5'8", 225. I am ex-law enforcement from age 17 to 30. I am ex-street from 30 to about 7-8 years ago. So I live quite a curious life on both sides of the law. I am well versed in the law. I'm well versed in the street shit. So this is what makes me unique, and I'm willing to get on here and talk to y'all about it, man, and tell you what you shouldn't do. But I'm delivered by Lord Jesus Christ 7-8 years ago. Definitely. Yeah, do not supposed to, because I complain a little. I can see a constellation from my toils. I never know. Hello? I mean, don't matter. I don't care what I'm considered. Shit. It don't matter what I'm considered. But I got 22.5-inch arms, though, all day long. Not bad for 48. Ashley, what's up with you? Matter of fact, guys, I got to drink my little concoction, man. Y'all sit with me real quick. Nah, I don't arm wrestle, man. I just work out. You know, I don't do all that. I'm not into the fighting, the MMA, and I like to watch it, but I don't do it. All right, guys, let me get my little concoction ready, man, that I drink every morning. Ooh. Hold up. Get my little concoction that I make, man. Hold up. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna take this right here, what I'm gonna make is going to open up the blood flow to your body, man. And for you fellas, right? Yeah, Jesus is everything. And for you fellas, this right here will help your eggplant, man, get blood flow to your eggplant and the rest of your bodies. So we're gonna take that, right? We're gonna take some cayenne pepper. We're gonna take some lemon. And we're gonna take some water, okay? and a tablespoon. See, man, there's them abs right there, bro. So we're gonna take this right here. Yeah, I'm wasting more than I'm getting on a spoon. Yeah, I'm wasting more than I'm getting on here, right? 1 tablespoon. All right. Now, take a 1/2 tablespoon of that. Take a little lemon juice. This is about a tablespoon. Take a little H2O. We'll mix it up. Cheers, mate. Ooh, a little hot. Okay. Okay, top of the morning, Sharon. How you doing? Okay, guys, let me see what we got over here. Thank you, Sharon. Julian. Yeah. Cayenne pepper. Now, what that is no teeth, though. Yeah, no teeth is definitely easier for a short person to get big, man. I'm an ectomorph. Definitely. Read your cayennes. Okay, what I just had was I take a shot glass and I get 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and put some water in it. Mix it up, drink it. And what that does is, hold up, my foil. And what that does is it helps your blood flow. It helps your blood flow and circulation, guys. That's what it's good for. It's good for your blood flow and your circulation. So you ain't running around here, man, with clogged arteries and stuff like that. Because, guys, if you don't know, man, I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack about 3.5 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, 2.5 years ago. No, I'm lying. No, 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, had a heart attack. Not because my arteries was clogged, but because people have plaque in their arteries, and sometimes a stressful situation can cause your arteries to it can cause the plaque in your arteries to break free and block them, and it caused me to have a heart attack. Yes, Evelyn, it will help your bloating tummy. Hey, from Russia, how you guys doing? Okay, now, for those of y'all getting here, man, like Sharon Haywood, what we was talking about today in here is how are y'all feeling about these mass shootings going on in the United States? Because they just had one in Kentucky the other day at a church. How you guys feeling about that? As it relates to this deportation thing going on, because all of these mass shootings, people, all of these mass shootings are done by somebody that's homegrown. And I also want to ask you guys, I also want to ask you guys, should we care? Perry, are we, you talking about H2MC? Typical America? Now, so let me ask you guys something. Because this has to do with the court system now. Because as you know, I'm ex-law enforcement. If you have somebody that been caught up in the system, in the system, throw a 7 up in the air. If you know somebody that has been somebody close to you, ever been to prison, been to jail, or ever got sentenced to prison. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, double tap the screen and like it and subscribe. Please double tap that screen. Cause I'm about to drop a jewel on you guys, man. Jay Medina, I'll get to that in a second, bro. It's easy. All you gotta do is eat. Get your cardio up. What's up, Evelyn? Okay. Now we getting to something, man. Y'all tap that screen up there, man. Hit the like button. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, share the live. Okay, so now we need to address fatherhood. Oh, that's a whole nother live. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because that's a very deep one that I'm gonna have to start off with the fatherhood thing, starting back in the old days, man. So that's a very deep conversation that people are gonna have to really tune into. But today, now, we're looking at this Diddy trial that's going on right now. So I'm going to tell you how unjust the system is. With this Diddy trial going on, and screw Diddy, but we're talking about his sentencing. Diddy is about to get sentenced. Okay, normally, if it was just you or I, when it's time to get sentenced, what happens is you have to go to the parole and probation. In his case, he has to go to federal parole and probation. He has to do what's called a PSI, a pre-sentencing interview. And in that interview, that's where they talk to him and they decide, they give a recommendation to the district attorney about how much time they feel he should receive. And that is where the district attorney talks to the defense attorney, and they kind of work out that deal, and they say, okay, I'm good with that deal, or whatever. They strike a deal. But at the end of the day, it's up to the judge whether to accept it or not. So in layman's terms, with Diddy, they could strike a deal to say, you know what? They could say, I think he needs to do 10 years in prison. Well, the judge can come along and say, well, I think he should just do time served. And I said it to say this. How many of your people, is so many of your people that's in prison or have been locked up, who have been in the system, that they don't do this for? See, when you go in here as a young, poor person, white, black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Samoan, whatever, you go in this system and you go in this courtroom, well, this judge may, say you go rob a 7-Eleven, okay? This judge may give you 30 years for it. Same circumstances. You go over here to this courtroom, a guy robbed a 7-Eleven under the same circumstances. He gets probation. You go to this courtroom over here for a guy who robbed a 7-Eleven, he gets 2 years probation. You go to this judge over here, they get 5 years in prison. See, they should be they should be doing that. They should be doing that with everybody across the board in the entire country when you get in trouble, instead of just giving these young kids 1,000,000 years, giving them football numbers. Whenever you're getting sentenced, they should do this for everybody and not just Diddy. They should go through and say, okay, you guys go find me 5 cases that have similar circumstances, and we're going to see what they were sentenced to, and that's how I'm going to sentence him based off of how other people were sentenced. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Well, not, hey, Robert, bro, I'm ex-law enforcement, bro. Ain't shit you gonna tell me about the law, bro. Like, nah. Ain't nothing you gonna tell me about the law, bro. I was a detective. I done worked on task force and all that shit. I'm very well versed in the law. The point I'm saying is people that are doing the same type of crime under the same circumstances, and some people are getting probation, some people are getting 30 years, some people are getting life. Like, guys, do you realize that okay, we're gonna talk about a dude named we're gonna take about a guy named Young Rick. White Boy Rick. White Boy Rick is out of Detroit. White Boy Rick was an informant. They used him illegally. The FBI illegally used him as an informant when he was 15 years old in Detroit. And that man served almost 40 years, people, for a nonviolent crime. He served more time in the state of Michigan for a nonviolent crime than anybody else in that state. So now, guys, there's people who had been to prison for 2-3 murders and had got out before 40 years. You see what I'm saying? You got murderers getting out in 10 years, but you got somebody who's an informant who sold some drugs, 15 years old, who did 40 years. The guidelines are all crooked, people. Yeah, Papa. And he wasn't even a king. He wasn't even a kingpin. This is what I'm saying. Well, yeah. Now, Robert, they go by your record, but we're talking in general. Even when they go by your record, they do it. How do I know? Cause bro, I worked there. This is what I did for a living, and I got a personal friend who was a 10-time convicted felon who never been to prison before. He still never been to prison, even though he had 10 felonies. And right here during COVID, he caught a case and they gave him probation. So it's all up to the judge. At the end of the day, when you go into a courtroom, the judge has the last say, regardless of what your record is. Now, that's the guidelines of what they should be doing, but the judge has the last say. The judge in Diddy's case can go in there and say, you know what? I know that this is what you guys are suggesting, but you know what? I'm going to give him 2-year sentences. I'm going to give him 2 10-year sentences and run them back to back because I feel he's a menace to society. It's all up to the judge. Or he can say, time served. But me, I believe that they're going to give the man 2 years. I believe they're going to give him 2 years. 2 years, and he's going to get out in a year. Yes, it's about how the judge feels that day. Pizzed warrior. It's about how the judge feels that day. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Guys, tap that screen, get the likes up for me, guys. Come on. It's about how the judge is feeling that day and what he wants to do. You know, because in the federal system, you're sentenced by points. This is why Diddy qualifies to get the lowest sentence. You take two people, federal system. You take 2 people. One person is a 2-time felon. One person has never been in trouble. They go rob a federal bank. Well, when they go to the federal system, when they go to their pre-sentencing interview, because of the point system, this person already has points. He is going to get sentenced to more time than the person who has never gotten in trouble. At least he's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, it's all up to the judge. You guys, let me explain something to you. You could commit a crime and they could suggest you do 30 years. And the judge can come in there and say, oh, you get probation. It's up to the judge. It's up to the judge. The judges have discretion. The judges don't have to go by what other judges go by in other courtrooms. That's why I said it's unjust, because this is what they're doing for Diddy. They're researching other trials to see what he should be sentenced to. And that's not fair, because if it was you or I, they would not do that for us. They would not do that for us. If it was you or I, the judge gonna look at that stuff and he's like, you know what, 10 years. Let's go a little deeper, people. Let's go a little deeper. Did anybody in here see the YSL Rico case with Young Thug? Throw a 7 in the air. And guys, get the likes up, man. Do me a favor, tap the screen, tap the top of that screen, share the live, like the button, follow the content. You only got to hit a button. Don't nobody give y'all this real good conversation, man. Some real good live content. We talk about real stuff in here. We ain't talking in here about nonsense and wasting people's time. Because believe it or not, time is the only thing that you have. You can't buy no more of it. I don't care what you do. So what you put in your ears is super, super important. And what you allow yourself to see. What's up, Clifton? God is the word, Clifton. No. Hey, David, Dirk was crazy, man. Hey, David, Dirk, he ain't that smart, bro. And you know why. I don't even have to get into it. But he wasn't that smart. You don't go send people to go do what he did and let them use your damn company credit card to book the flight. And then they got wiretaps. Then he had an informant sitting around him. Now, Sharon, I want to pin your comment. Sharon. Now, Sharon says, and come out into the name of Jesus. Yeah, we'll talk. I know about them secret societies a lot more than you know. And you just take that for the hint. You take that for the hint. So here's the thing, Sharon. Now watch this. Okay, guys, show us 7s. I have seen 4 so far. 4 interviews of 4 different male prostitutes that they were using for these freak-offs. Have you seen those videos? If you've seen those videos for the 4 male sex workers, or even any of them, the entire video, when they've been interviewed, throw a 7 in the air from the Diddy case. If you have seen any of those interviews, throw a 7 up in the air. No, I'm not an MMA fighter. I don't fight. Okay. And Sharon, this is for you. This is for you, Miss Haywood, because I'm really about to blow y'all mind. Because, I want a lot of y'all on here, bro. Now, definitely. Now, here's the thing. When this thing happened, you have to understand, he has so many accusations against him with the kids, and because I don't think they're done with him. He has so many accusations against him. And me personally, the domestic violence, yes. But see, Sharon, domestic violence has Sharon says that he should have been arrested for domestic violence, but I need you guys to know something. Domestic violence is a misdemeanor, and it has a statute of limitations on it, which means that was a misdemeanor. That statute of limitations is gone. And here in the state of Nevada, for domestic violence, you cannot even be arrested unless they catch you within 24 hours of the time that you committed to domestic violence. So let's say you commit to domestic violence at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they don't call the police till 10 in the morning. Well, they only have until 1 in the morning to arrest you. After that, they have to put a summons in for you to go to court. But here's the thing. I'm somebody who thought Diddy was going to get put up under the prison with everything that I saw, with all the facts that was put in front of me. But now, since I have seen those interviews, With a lot of these, with these, I saw it's four of them. It's four of them. When I watched four of these interviews with with the uh, the uh, the male prostitutes, I'm here to tell you, Daphne and Cassie, they not innocent. They was with it. They were with it. You need to talk to these male prostitutes. Cassie and Daphne were with it. And if y'all go watch these interviews, you can go on the Art of Dialogue for one of them. You can, matter of fact, you can go on Art of Dialogue for like two of them. You can go on Vlad TV for and Vlad TV for two of them. They were with it. They were the ones, guys, the ladies were the ones that were picking out the male escorts. The ladies were the ones, see, remember, they didn't show that court trial. They were the ones picking out the escort. They had relationships with these escorts. They were the ones in the beginning taking the condoms off. Like you gotta hear from the male stripper, from the male escorts. These are their words. They said they were more than willing to do it. They said Cassie was such a freak. They said at some point, the guy, the Punisher, okay? The first guy, the Punisher, he said that they were paying him, no, not the Punisher, Clayton. Clayton is the third guy. Clayton, he's a dark brother. He said at some point in the freak offs, because all of them had like an 8-year relationship with Diddy, Daphne, and this freak off stuff. Now, we ain't talking about the freak offs he was having at his house. We ain't talking about that. These are the hotel freak offs where it's him, another dude or two, and the woman. This is what we talking about, okay? At one point, Cassie was paying this guy $2,000 for his semen, for him to put it in a shot glass, for him to put his semen in a shot glass or a cup, whiskey cup when you take shots with. And then he said, after all the male escorts said the same thing. After he said when they would be having penetration, they were ordered to ejaculate on Cassie's body, and after that, Cassie and Diddy would go to the room and close the door, and that is where Cassie would take people's semen and start finger painting and putting it on Diddy. But they said that only one of them said that he saw Puffy get rough with Cassie, and that was because they were having sex and she was about to climax, because Diddy is a control freak. He said she was about to climax and he told them to stop and left the room. And then when he left, because they were so loaded with the illegal narcotics, she said, no, put it back in, and she climaxed. And Diddy saw that, and he said he kind of snatched her up a little bit. But out of all four of these male escorts, all of them have the same story. They have the same story. They're like, nah, they were with it, and we were having fun. They didn't experience, and they was like, and all of them, they said, bro, I never experienced if Diddy's gay, I never experienced that with him. They said he never tried to come on to me. He never touched me. He never made me feel uncomfortable. So the Daphne, the Cassie, now I don't know who the third Jane Doe was. I can't lie about that. I don't know. They haven't talked about that. I don't know who it was. But Cassie and Daphne, they were with it. I'm hearing this from the prostitutes. Double O. He didn't get the RICO, man. They didn't convict him on it, bro. What's up, nephew? They didn't get the RICO on. Mariano, what's up with it? Mariano, how do I know this? Because I don't have diabetes. The way I know this information, because I saw it. I saw the interviews. All you gotta do is go look right there on YouTube, bro. They have interviews with four. I've seen four interviews with the male prostitutes. You can go on the channel called The Art of Dialogue and watch some. You can go on Vlad TV and watch the full interviews with the male prostitutes. And they're gonna tell you the whole story. They're gonna tell you their experience. And the thing is, they're not friends. They don't know each other. And they all have the same story. They were like, nah, they was with it. We was having fun. They even said that, they even said that sometimes they would be so tired because it would last for days at a time. Once they start having the ecstasy, the Molly, the things that keep you up for days. But they said it was never one time when they experienced a freak off with Daphne or Cassie, and they were like, oh no, please don't do this. And Puffy was making them do stuff. See, they were, you guys, people have different. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, you have the lifestyle. You have the lifestyle, which is the swinging lifestyle. You have that. Puffy was doing a lot of swinging when he was doing his freak offs in the hotel room. Now, all that stuff at his house, I can't speak on it. All I know is the room. All I know is the videos I saw from people who was there. But I'm not gonna speak on that because that haven't went to court yet. But Diddy's not done with court, people. Just so y'all know. Okay, then, dog, I got you. Double O, they all wanted to party even. Yes. Jay Edgar, no creatine, man. Bad for your liver. I don't take it. But yeah, Double O, this is what they said, that they all wanted to party. So what would happen is, here's what would happen. All right. All these guys were male escorts. They would sit back and they would, and Cassie and Daphne, well, nah. In Cassie's case, Cassie would pick the escorts. Okay, now, I just watched this video yesterday about Daphne and Cassie. It's on Vlad TV. It's on Vlad TV. All you gotta do is go to Vlad TV and you can see it. Shout out Vlad TV. This particular prostitute, he said that he had did 4 sessions back in 2017. And matter of fact, this guy was doing freak offs with Diddy until the day he got arrested. If you go to Vlad TV, they just dropped a video yesterday. So this particular person, he did 4 freak offs with Cassie. Boom. He didn't hear from Diddy for like 4 or 5 years. He said he didn't know Diddy had his number. He said then all of a sudden he gets a call out of the blue. Out of the blue now. He gets a call out of the blue from Puff. And Puff wanted him. Puff told him, he said, hey man, I got a new girl. And I'd like you to come over and explain to her about how this swinging lifestyle goes. And I figured you could be able to come tell her the ins and outs. So the dude, of course, he went and did it. And that's when he found out it was Daphne. And he said Daphne was very inquisitive about how these things went because she had never had another man in the bedroom. And they said they even talked about their kids to where that 50 cents was only giving her $4,500 a month. And Puffy was paying her rent for $10,000 a month. That's why she was doing it. But this one said that Daphne was very intrigued by everything. And he said the first time they did it, they all ate mushrooms. They said because Diddy invested in this mushroom company that sold chocolate-covered mushrooms and things like that. And if you ever did shrooms, man, it's a whole different trip. But he said that in this case with Daphne, it was more of the Daphne show, not the Diddy show. That Daphne was running stuff. Daphne was telling them how to have sex. Daphne was saying when it was over. So, I mean, they were willing participants. So by being willing participants, I can't, put that on him. But yes, the paying for the prostitutes, yeah, he did that because they're prostitutes. Daphne was a prostitute. Cassie was prostituting. He transported them across state lines. That is a charge that they normally give pimps, guys. That's a pimp charge. That's what they give pimps. Thank you, 3 from Heaven. Yep, that's right, Zeke. Double O. Let me see. P, keep the hair from getting mad and shit. Protect. Yeah, man, I got 360 ways, bro. Bro, I don't go to jail. Sharon knows how Justin Bieber has gone on to Brenda. Yeah, yes. Because, man, let me explain something to you, man. When you taking somebody's manhood, bro, like these little kids were tampered with. You got to put yourself in the mind of a kid. who has never been sexually intimate. Justin Bieber, Usher, those are the two that we know about for sure on the male side. They've never been intimate. And now you have a man doing these things to him. I mean, just look at Tyler Perry and what he's going through. It was a man who molested him. And now Tyler Perry, you know, you already heard the rumors, but now he's getting sued. He's getting sued for $10 million from one of his actors. And they got the text messages and voicemails to prove it. You know, Tyler Perry has a habit of leaving text messages and voicemails. Telling the man, you know, sorry if I was a little rough with you. You know, you're trying to get sexual favors from these people. So when you take these young men and you take their manhood and all of their first experiences was with a man. And by the way, I have nothing against the rainbow community. I have a project coming out, and the rainbow community is actually going to be my first project, something with them. I have nothing against nobody's sexuality. But man, when you take these little kids' manhood and that's all they know, well now, do you know how hard it would be for them to try to be a man now? Because now you're the one taking and being submissive to another man. You know, that's when you start seeing these dudes, you know, start acting real reckless, going on the benders, like you say, getting all these tattoos on their face because they're really trying to rep their manhood because it has been taken from them in a big way. It's some very sick-minded people. What's up, Jennifer? Double O, you're right, they do. Drizzy, I agree with you, Drizzy. Hey, Den Dog, they did something. I didn't know that crisscross that they did. Did they do something to crisscross? I did not know that if they did, bro. Hey, guys, let's get the likes up. Tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, guys. I got 234 people in here, man. Let's have a little etiquette and tap that like button when y'all come in here and tap the screen and let's share this live. Let's get these likes up, people. Come on. Jose, how much time do I think Diddy will get? I talked about that earlier. I believe Diddy's only gonna get 2 years, bro, because of the sentencing guidelines. Because he actually qualifies to get the minimum, because he has never been in trouble, and the feds go off a point system. But depending on how the judge is feeling, he could get that 10 years. But I personally think he's going to get 2 years or time served. You haven't seen me, Aqua. Give me a hint of where you seen me at, Aqua. And I'm gonna see if you for real. Pap 33. Thank you, Brody. You have a blessed morning, man. Be blessed. I love big women. That's right. Facts. Man, they all need some psychiatric help. Hey Sharon, do you realize if you watch one of the Allie Carter videos, and one of the Jaguar Wright videos, you will see on there where they basically cry out to Justin saying, Justin, we know what happened to you. We know that one of Diddy's sons, and it was another female. I can't remember who the female was. They strapped Justin Bieber down, and Will Smith's son, Jaden, and Diddy's son, you know, they raped Justin Bieber while he was strapped down. I mean, I'll start getting on Will Smith. See, guys, y'all don't talk about the Will Smith thing, about how Will Smith got caught getting his back blew out by Dwayne Martin in the dressing room, y'all. See, that's been on the hush-hush. But Will Smith is impotent. He's a bottom. He can't even get an erection. Come on, man. I love big women. Okay, I'm glad he's fine. God bless him. You can't even find one of them, man. That's right, Johnny. Steph to the Izzo. Thank you for coming. It's at the top right-hand corner. Hey, Jennifer, let them know where the like button is at, guys. Let's get those likes up and hit that subscribe button. See, why they talking about Diddy, man. When they talk about Diddy, well, okay, what part of town? Give me a hint. Give me a hint and I'll believe you. Give me a hint and I'll believe you. Thank you, Thato. Yeah, man. Sharon, why you tell everybody to hit the top of the page and unsubscribe? Don't tell them to unsubscribe. Linda Lewis, how you doing? How you doing? Man, you have a blessed day. Clorox bleach. He was paying them, bro. They were prostitutes. They were prostitutes. Den Dog. And yeah, video, man. I mean, Den Dog. Let me see. Let me ping. No, I'm not a sports coach. I'm not a coach of any time. I'm not a coach. I don't fight. I don't wrestle. I don't do none of that. I just like to work out. Okay, now you on the same page as us, decent people. Man, thank you, Patricia. I'm very decent, man. I'm very decent. I'm out of here, man, about the next 5 minutes. You know, I do this every day. Then we got the afternoon. Why you think it's so early? And by the way, I have my own business. Thought I'd tell y'all that. Shit. So yeah, work is when I say it's time to work. I definitely can coach. I am a coach. I'm a life coach. Phil Reed, yeah, I would say golf is a sport. Man, appreciate it. All right, guys. I see the live, man. Look, listen, guys. It's come to the end of my live. And for those of y'all who don't know, I am ex-law enforcement. This is where I get my knowledge of the law so well, very well versed in law, and I'm ex-street, delivered by Lord Jesus Christ 7 years ago. I always like to end my story and ask the people, I always like to tell you guys a story at the end of my live, but I let you guys choose. Do you want a law enforcement story, or do you want a story about the streets? All of them are true. Let me know which story y'all want, and I'm gonna tell that story on the way up out of here, man. That's how I like to leave. That's how I like to leave my lives. Send me a $50 super chat, and I'll bust the waves out for you. Law enforcement, street. North Las Vegas at Sprouts? Nah. I don't even go to Sprouts. But I do live in Vegas. You definitely didn't see me at Sprouts in North Las Vegas, bro. I live in Summerlin. Las Vegas. I don't know why is everybody so racist. Thank you for subscribing. Street. We want to hear the street? Okay, guys, this is a true story. Is anybody an NFL fan in here? Is anybody an NFL fan? If you are an NFL fan and if you're a fan of the NFL, throw a 7 up. Yes, I was. Anybody in the NFL, if you're NFL, this got to do with the NFL. Okay. Is anybody in here a Broncos fan? A Denver Broncos fan? If you are a Denver Broncos fan, throw a 7 up in the air. Or if you're familiar with Brandon Marshall, who played linebacker for the Denver Broncos the last time they won the Super Bowl, throw a 7 up in the air. Okay, Tristan, man. Okay, so look, here's the story, y'all. Now, when I was in the streets, man, the first thing I started selling was that clear stuff. It looks like ice. That's what it looks like, okay? That's what it looks like. It looks like ice. Because I'm finna tell you something that I was gonna do when they won the Super Bowl. And to this day, man, it's crazy. So that kind of narcotic, man, let's just say it lowers your sexual it lowers your what do they call it? Your inabilities. It makes you do things that you normally wouldn't do. For men, it normally makes men start having sex with other men. That's what that does. So I had a client, white couple. They actually used to be at my gym, which was weird because I go to the gym with my dad. So I got this client, and so they introduced me to this client, right? And it is this black dude. It's a black dude. And so time go by, he's my client. He introduces me to another client, like a white couple. And he says, hey, this lady is the soccer mom for my daughter's team. I said, okay, cool. So I go over there, and when people do that type of narcotic, they love to watch porn, okay? Hands down. So now, I got this black dude who I don't know who it is. I got this client that he introduced me to, and now I'm going to their house. And normally when you go to their house, they got porn playing. Well, the third time I went, they break out this tape. They break out a videotape. And I'm going to tell you who the person was. The person was actually Brandon Marshall's little brother. It was his brother. It was his little brother. I won't say his name on here, but it was his little brother. I mean, my shit is real over here. It was his little brother. So as he's sitting in the middle of this couple with the woman here, the man here, they're videotaping this. As they're putting this stuff in their mouth, this crystal, they're smoking. Brandon Marshall's brother proceeds to letting both of them, work his eggplant, let's per se. This is why you got to practice safe sex, and why you never know who you're around. And then on the tape, the woman's husband gets on all fours. Brandon Marshall's brother gets behind him. The man's wife lubricates him up and inserts him inside of her husband, raw. And I mean, he blowing his back out, y'all. And I said it to say this. During that Super Bowl, man, I was trying to buy that tape, y'all. Because in my little mind, back then, man, I was like, I could get this tape, man. I could leak this tape, or I could maybe get some money from Brandon Marshall, blackmail, because I got this tape with his brother's face on it. And that's a true story, man. True story. Brother blowing this dude back out. So now, word to the wise, be careful of who you let film you. Whatever you do in your bed is your personal life. 00, True story. Swear to God on my mother's grave. My mother will be gone 15 years on August 25th. Be careful the company you keep. Be careful, you know, all this videotaping, because you never know who knows who you are, and you never know what these tapes, whose hands they can get into. Can you dig what I'm saying? No, I'm not in the game. I've never gangbanged a day in my life. No, David Bell. Brandon Marshall, he's retired now, bro. He has a restaurant out here too. He used to play for the Broncos. Brandon Marshall played from the Broncos. Hey man, I'll give y'all a police story now if you want it. But it's the last one before I go. If y'all want man, Sharon. Oh no, I didn't do that. I was gonna do it with that state of mind I was in that day. I don't care, man. Look, I'm as real as they come. I ain't going nowhere. Here, let me give y'all a quick cop story, man. I had a friend that worked in my area, that lived in my area. I knew the family. I knew him. I knew his family. He had these two big ass Rottweilers. So I had a friend, and he had a family, and they lived in my area that I worked in. And he had these two big ass Rottweilers. So he lived with his mother. Well, the thing is, you know, I know them personally. So I get done with lunch and I see a little call that someone has been shot at this address. So I take the call because I know these people personally, because I'm on my way. I'm like, wow, somebody got shot. Because it says a lady came home and found her son shot in the bedroom. They didn't say that he had passed away. So I get there, and since I know his mother, I won't say her name or his name. I get there and I'm like, hey, where are his dogs? She's like, they're in the room. I said, put his dogs up. I can't come in there. She's like, my son is shot. And that's what she's saying. She calm as day too. She's like, my son is shot. I said, are his dogs loose? She said, yeah. I said, put his dogs up. You know I can't come in there with them dogs loose. They'll bite me. And so she kept coming back. She's like, my son is shot. The dogs won't come out of the room. My son needs help. He needs help. And I said, I need you to put the dogs up. And then finally, she comes out crying. She's like, my son is dead. And the dogs won't come from around him. So now it's a little bit different because I know somebody has expired. So of course I pull my gun, boom. I'm left-handed. And I go around, I follow her to the room because I figured the dog would get her first, right? And I look in the room and there he is on the bed. He's gone. But now this is why a dog is a man's best friend too. He got two big ass Rottweilers. One of them, he was like sitting on the side of the bed with his feet on the ground. One of the Rottweilers was sitting at his feet. The other one was sitting at the top of where his head is at. Guys, he had got into an argument with his girlfriend on the phone. On the phone with his girlfriend. The phone was still off the hook. He took a 44 Magnum, that's a Dirty Harry gun. He put it right here and he pulled the trigger. And I'm talking about, it was a hole this big. And it even pops your eyeballs out when you do that from the gas coming through your ear so much. It pops your eyeballs out like. So here I am looking at somebody that I know here I am looking at somebody I know Here's somebody that I know. I know this dude. He's sitting here, man, eyes out. I mean, it popped both his eyeballs out. The exit wound will take out all of this. You know, the hole over here is always small, but when it comes out, it's big, about the size of an orange or a grapefruit. That's my stories for today, people. Hey, you know what, Juan? Thank you, Juan. Because you know what, Juan? Let me tell you something, bro. After I saw that, I don't remember you, Sarah. I don't remember Sarah Guy. After I saw that, when I left there, man, I had to pull over my car and cry for about 20 minutes like a baby. I'm not bigger than crying, man. I cry all the time, people. David Bell, I believe he was weak. You know, even though I know him, I consider that being weak. The dogs just sat there. They didn't move. They just sat there. They were like protecting him. They would not move. You know, I had to call animal control to get the dogs, but they weren't violent or anything. Okay, Sayer, I got you. Yeah, man. I cry all the time, man. I cry all the time. But God, that's the end of my life, man. God bless you and your families. Man, I pray that all of you guys get to your destinations unscathed today and keep your hands and your family covered by God. Amen. I love every one of y'all for participating and hitting that like button. And please subscribe, man. Go ahead and have some more conversation with Coach One Stack. Y'all have a blessed day, man. You welcome, Jack. Gemma, you welcome. I can't sing. My voice is hoarse. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed day. God is good all the time.